Okay, good evening, everybody. My name is Danni Wells, and I am a Regional Vice President and Independent Consultant with R1 International. I'm actually currently spending the bank holiday weekend with the amazing Regional Vice President, Natalie Crawford, and her family. And so she is joining me on this call tonight. I'm sure she's going to be taking lots of notes mentally, aren't you, Natalie?
Mentally, yeah.
So this is our penultimate call before the end of the bootcamp series. So next week, we've got our bootcamp call, which is the final one with Rebecca Moore, the amazing Rebecca Moore. So I'm going to be taking you through online parties. Now, the reason why I picked to do the online parties for the bootcamp was because I did not have a clue how to do online parties. It was my weakness. And I think that if your weakness is going to help you with your business, grow that weakness. If it's going to make a difference to your business, like work on it and grow it. So what I decided to do was put together a few online parties over the past few weeks and give you the information that I've learned from these trainings. So I've actually put together 7 points, and I've also got a slideshow with some photos of how I've done 3 very different online parties so that you guys can sort of get some ideas and have a bit of a play around with them. So my first point for online parties is to be brave. I think you absolutely have to be brave, because when you're doing something that you've never done before, it's really scary. And I was petrified when I did one the other week. I was so nervous. I think I was talking absolutely gobbledygook. But I always say the first 10 times you do anything, you're usually pretty rubbish, but then you get better and better and better. So my first top tip, if you're writing down notes for online parties, write down 1, be brave, because you've absolutely got to be brave to make any kind of progress with doing online parties or anything as such. So online parties, tip number 1, just be brave. We're just going to absolutely go for it. Okay, number 2, you need to make an event for your face. I'm going to be talking about Facebook parties. I'm sure you can do online parties with other social media platforms. I just personally haven't yet. So I've only done this with Facebook. So the next thing you want to do is to make an event. So there are a couple of different options that you can do when it comes to making an event. If you've got a private group on Facebook for your clients and your customers, you can make an event inside of that group. That's very easy to do. You just go into your group for your customers and your clients, and you just click make an event. Put the date in of when you're going to do the event, put the time in, and give it a title. Really simple. Or if you don't want to do it in your customer client group, you can do it in your team page. So for example, a lot of us use the Hello Future page, and a lot of us have done parties inside of that team page. You're absolutely welcome to do that. That was one of the parties that I actually did, that I've got photographs to show you as well. So I went into the Hello Future page, set up an event in that page for when my party was going to be, the date, the time, gave it a name, etc., etc. Or you can actually just log into your normal Facebook and create a brand new event without it being in a group. It's just linked to your personal Facebook. Or you could set up a brand new group that is purely just for your party. So there is a few different options there. I would suggest make an event with where you feel most comfortable making an event. So if you're not comfortable making it on your personal Facebook page, do it on a private group. Whether that's a private group for your customers or a private group with a team page, whatever it is, do it where you feel most comfortable. Bless you, Sarah. That was a sneeze. So that was the thing. That was number 2, to make an event. So I hope that that's clear. If anybody's not sure what I mean by make an event, pop it in the chat, and I'll go into more detail about that. So that's point number 2. So we've got be brave. Number 2, make an event on Facebook. Okay, number 3. You need to invite people to your party. Now, inviting people to your Facebook party is exactly the same as inviting somebody to a normal party that you're doing or a workshop that you're doing. Do not bombard people by making an event and adding in 200 people, because if you were having a makeup workshop or a nutrition healthy happy hour, you wouldn't just bombard a ton of people to come along. You'd make the invites personal. So if I was inviting Natalie, I wouldn't just add her name into my group. I'd send her a message, or I'd ring her up and say, hey Natalie, like, how's the kids, how's some holidays been, you know, make that connection. And then be like, listen, next Wednesday night and next Thursday night, I'm going to do a couple of online exclusive 30-minute workshops. Are you available either Wednesday night or Thursday night? And I'll add you in. I'm going to throw in some freebies and some discounts, and I'd invite Natalie on a personal, the same way I would if I was inviting her to a normal party. So Facebook party invites, personally, I would go with the same way that you invite people to your actual parties that you do in person. If you're not quite sure how to invite somebody, what I would suggest that you do, and you can write this down for point number 3, is go into the Hello Future page. No, sorry, tell a lie, the Do More page. And there's a photo album in there called Invite Verbiage. So this is point number 3, invite, go into the Do More page, and then go into the photo album that's called Invite Verbiage. And it's got about 70 different ways to invite people to in-person parties or online parties. I personally think the invite is exactly the same. So you give that personal service, you're personally inviting people. When you invite people to your online Facebook party, I personally wouldn't invite a ton of people. I would keep it nice and small, keep it really personal so you can keep on top of who's there. And the people in it don't feel like they've just been chucked into an online party for numbers. They know they're going to get the personal treatment and that you're willing to talk them through different things. Because for me, if I'm invited to an online Facebook party for cleaning products or candles, if there's only 10 or 15 people in there, I feel really special. Whereas if there's like 300 people invited, I just feel like a number. Exactly. So that's point number 3. So number 1 is be brave. Number 2 is make your event. You've got to create your event. And number 3 is inviting people. Okay, number 4 is you've got to prepare. The same way that you would prepare for going to do a makeup workshop at somebody's home, you need to prepare for your Facebook party online. So I would suggest that your Facebook party is either 30 minutes or 45 minutes or a maximum of 1 hour. I personally would not have a Facebook party go on longer than that because people can lose interest. So 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 60 minutes. So you decide how long you want your party to last. So write down what time it's going to start, what time it's going to finish. And then you need to then work out based on the time slot that you're giving it, what you want to cover in that time slot. So you could cover just makeup. You could go through the makeup bestsellers. You could cover purely just skincare and go through the skincare routine and the different skincare lines that we've got for dry skin, oily skin, acne-prone skin, sensitive skin, anti-aging, men's skin, etc. Or you could cover just the nutrition range and go through either the bestsellers of the nutrition or the 30 days. Or you could cover an arrangement of products that you could say these are the best sellers of Arbonne and do like a box of fizz sticks, the primer, the cleanser from the RE9, the shampoo. So you could have a mix but call it like the best sellers. I would probably only go for about 5 to 7 points. So either 5 to 7 products or 5 to 7 categories. So you could do fizz sticks as one category. You could do a skincare as another category. You could do the lipsticks as another category. I wouldn't do too many products because it can be a bit overwhelming. So when I'm in Facebook parties online, I like it to be quite short, sweet and snappy. So there's not too much confusion or too much going on. Do you want it really nice and clean and easy? So I would say when you're preparing your online party, have about 5 to 7 key points that you want to talk about from the product range. I would also throw in a couple of fun things in that as well. And I'm going to show you some photos of some online parties that I've done where I've thrown in some games, thrown in a picture of, oh, how's everybody holding their phone at the minute? Is it A, B, C, or D? And there's pictures of different ways that people are holding their phone just to get that engagement going so that it's not just about products. There's like a little bit of fun mixed in as well. So I will show you how I've done that in a few moments. So that's point number 4, prepare. So write down what you're going to be doing at what time so that you know what you're going to be doing when the party starts. Okay, number 5 is start on time. If you say your Facebook party is going to start at 8 o'clock, start it at 8 o'clock. Be professional so that people know you're professional and you take what you do very seriously. Don't start late, don't start too early, start on time. And then number 6, the party itself. So this is where I'm going to show you 3 different parties that I've done to give you 3 different ideas of what I've done with my online parties. By all means, feel free to change these, to tweak these. I am not suggesting for a second that I am the online Facebook queen, party queen, because I'm absolutely not. I'm just somebody that has had a go and done 3 different parties to share ideas with you guys so that I can tell you what worked and what didn't work. So this is example number 1. So this was actually done on the team page of the Hello Future. So you can still go back in and have a look at this as well. So I've taken some photographs, but you can go back into the Hello Future page and have a look. Now, this was a live Facebook party that I did with Vic McHale. We did it together. So like me and Natalie sat here, myself and Vic, created an event for the following Wednesday. We sat together, we set the date, we said it's going to start, I think it was 8 p.m. 8 p.m. Yeah, 8 p.m. It was for the coming Wednesday. Vic was going to come to my house, and we had preparation already laid out. We had the list of products we were going to go through, and we were going to do this format with Facebook Live. So I'll show you how this went down. So we started off with a photo about 10 minutes before the event started, saying we're ready, you know, get a little bit of fun, a bit of engagement going. And then we started on time. So we started and we did a little welcome. So on our preparation list, we said, well, let's do a quick welcome video. And Vic spoke a bit about herself and I spoke a bit about myself. The videos are no more than 5 minutes. They are short, snappy videos. So we started off with a welcome, and then we went into what Arbonne is. So this, we ended the first Facebook Live video and went into the second one. And we said, what is Arbonne? And this is where we talked about that we're pure, safe, beneficial, we're free from mineral oil, we're free from animal testing, and we gave a very, very brief overview of what Arbonne actually is. Number 3 on this event was we talked about the fizz sticks, and we actually had a bit of a laugh here because I said that I like the citrus and Vic said she liked the pomegranate. And then I said I like mine cold and she said she likes hers hot. So that got a lot of engagement in the comments because we were saying, do you like yours hot or cold? And do you like citrus and do you like pomegranate? So people were commenting like mad, which just made it more fun and more engaging. So that was a fizz stick bit of the party. Then we went on to primer and foundation, and we showed people on the back of the hand how you'd apply the primer and then how you'd apply the foundation. And we spoke a bit about those 2 products. Then we went on to the setting pretty powder, and Vic did a demonstration where you draw the 2 lines with your eyeliner and then put the powder on top. You can go back and watch this video by all means, and showed what the trans powder actually does. And then we also spoke about the mascara. Again, these videos were literally no more than 5 minutes long. Then we did the skincare, and I actually decided that I was going to take all of my makeup off live and go through how to use the RE9 range, including the Genius Ultra. So I did that live. So we made sure the skincare was right at the end so that all of my makeup was going to be off at the end and not too early on. And then the final video, we spoke about what free gifts people could choose from the PC list. So we went about this as an SRP price versus a PC price. Because it was on the team page, we didn't want to give away a discount that wasn't actually a real discount, in case somebody, say like if Natalie had a client on the page and I was giving away 35%, her client would be like, hey, why has she got 35% and I've only got 20%? So if you're going to do it on a team page, you need to stick to what Arbonne let people have, which is the PC discount or the client SRP price. If you do it privately in your private customer page, you can do whatever you want because that's your customers. You just have to be more careful. If you've got other people's customers watching your party, then don't deviate from what the discounts actually are. So, and then we just shared how the Genius pads work video there, and then we just post, after this was at the end of the party online, we shared some Arbonne in the media articles, some before and after. So we did this after the party had finished. And then my last post on the party was scroll down, because when someone clicks into an online party after it's finished, it goes in the wrong order. So they need to scroll right down to the bottom to watch it from the bottom upwards to see how the party actually went. So that was the end of example number 1. So please do feel free to go back into the Hello Future page and have a watch. So that was an example using Facebook Live videos as a duo. And I've got to say, what I learned from that was doing it as a duo was hilarious. We laughed so much. We had so many customers wanting to buy stuff because they said that they were addicted to watching me and Vic. We were like a comedy duo, but because we had like the adrenaline of doing this party and not really knowing what we were doing, we were giggling so much. So that was what I took from doing it with somebody and doing it as a live. It was a lot of fun. Okay, number 2. Now this was not Facebook Live, this party. This was all done through posting just text and photos. And I actually did this on my daughters go to a school, and we were raising money for an outdoor classroom. So I actually got permission to do a Facebook party on their mum's group on Facebook that had about 300 people in. And I said that I was going to donate, I can't remember exactly how much, there was a portion that I was going to donate towards the outdoor classroom. So this is all done in a different format. So this is example number 2. So I started off with a little bit about me and why I'm doing this party, and I'm going to donate a certain amount of the proceeds towards the fundraising for the outdoor classroom at school. And then this is all done through text and pictures. So I started off with a bit about toxins. There's a poster that I'd used to promote the party. There's me having a fizz stick, again, just to get that engagement going. And then there's text here. And if anybody wants to see these pictures in a bit more detail, then you absolutely can. I can put them onto the Google Drive so you can have a look. So I'm just going to whiz through them. So I just did a very short video there about why people are using Arbonne products. Then toxins to avoid in deodorant. Ingredients to avoid in baby care products, because I was tailoring this to my audience, and obviously my audience here are all mums at the school that my children go to, so I was tailoring it to them. And then we did a game. So this game is name a personal care product starting with the last letter of the word above yours. So if somebody wrote deodorant, the last letter in that is T, isn't it? Yeah. So then the next person would have to think of a personal care product beginning with T, so like toothpaste. So that just became a really fun game, got everybody engaged then. Then I posted some media coverage of Arbonne. And then I talked about, I think I did 4 categories in there. So I did beginner beauty, which was the primer, the mascara, the foundation, and the lip treatment. And I put the SRP of how much all 4 of those products cost together. So I actually categorized the products for this party. And then that talks about mineral oil, just to break it up. So then the second category I was selling was Contour Queen. So this is where I talked about the highlighter, the bronzer, the blusher, and the trans powder. So I categorized them in what I thought was good categories, so that if people wanted to just order a category, they could say, I just want the Contour Queen, or I just want the Beginner Beauty, which is obviously 4 products to put together. Then I did another game. How many cities can we name in the 7 countries that Arbonne products can be bought in? Again, that got loads of engagement. People love to do stuff like this. They find it fun and interesting. Okay, then the third category was It's All in the Eyes, eyeshadow. So on this one, this is just eyeshadow, sorry. So I just talked about the eyeshadow. Then I just talked about the lipstick. And then I've shared some before and after photos. And then a few, this one, how are you holding your phone right now? So again, that got loads of engagements. People were commenting how they were holding their phone. And it just got people chatting and engaged. Then I talked about the Genius pads, and then skincare prevention, which is mainly focused on the Genius Ultra. And then skincare. I think that's probably about it. Coming to the end now. I did a shampoo one. Health. And then coming to the end, I put the top sellers that people bought. So at the end of a few days after the event, I put down a list of what products were bought the most, so that again people could see what had been bought, what it was that most people were interested in, and that brought in a lot of orders. So because I was donating a lot of that to a fundraising event, that was really, really, really good party. So this is my third example. This is completely different to the other 2. This was done on Wednesday just gone. It lasted 30 minutes, so it was a really quick and easy one. And I pre-recorded these videos the morning of the Wednesday that I did this, of me applying my makeup step by step. So this was cosmetics on the couch. It was a 30-minute makeup tutorial. And I think I did this on my private clients page, and I did it on the Hello Future page. You can go back and have a look at this. So these are pre-recorded videos. So I did me having my fizz stick, and then I did a skincare routine. So all I did on Wednesday night was just load these videos because I'd already pre-recorded them. And I used an app called Vont, V-O-N-T, to add the text onto these. So I did skincare routine. So what I do?
Can I just ask, just so if anyone's not clear the times a bit. So you recorded the video, and then your video from then you put onto Vont and then added the text accordingly.
Yes.
Right, okay.
That's right, yeah. Have a play with Vont because it's a really good app for adding text onto. Just have a play with it. Just load any video to add text, just to play with it and to see what you can do. And it's a really, really good free app. It's really good. I use it quite a lot. So I did my skincare routine, and then I loaded up prepping the skin. So this is primer and then foundation. Then my contouring, where I talk about bronzer and concealer. And then I do my eyebrows. And then I did my eye primer, followed by my eyeshadow, followed by eyeliner and mascara. Then I did my lips, so lip liner, lipstick, and lip gloss. And then I ended with the setting pretty powder. So these are all really short videos that I'd already pre-recorded, and to be honest, I could do this party again in a couple of weeks with the exact same video, so it's really good for that time leverage as well. Okay, so I'm just going to check the chat, see what questions you've all asked. Let's have a look. Great fun watching it. Do you have a file with generic posts like the yeah, not on the Google Drive, but they're on the Hello Future page. On the Hello Future page, if you go into photo albums, there's an album called Real People, Real Results. They're all in there. So before I do an online party, I go onto the Hello Future page, go into the photo album called Real People, Real Results, and I'll save a load of the pictures to my phone so that when the party starts, they're on my phone ready for me to start loading up. So they're already on my phone. This is part of the preparation. So having them on your phone ready to go. Okay, that's it. Vont with a V. What's the Netical? No, what's the Netical for V? What is it?
My gosh.
X-ray, no. Yankee. What is it?
Sierra,
I can't think what V is in the phonetic alphabet.
Oh my god.
I know. Victor.
Victor, that's
yeah,
it.
That's it.
It's Victor.
Thanks, Heather. Okay, so my 7th and final point is your call to action. So this is where at the end of your party, you tell people what they need to do, because they've sat and enjoyed a great 30-minute online party or a fabulous 45-minute party or even an hour fun party that you've done, but then they're like, okay, great, what do I do now? So this is where you tell people what to do. This is your call to action. So this is what I've been doing. I've been saying, thank you so much, everybody, for joining the party. I've had a fabulous time. Tell people you've had a good time so they know that you've enjoyed their company online. And then I say, so you've basically got 3 options. Option number 1 is you can purchase a couple of items at the full retail, or if you're obviously given a discount, then you can say that. You can say whatever it is that you plan to say. So I would give the client option as number 1. I say choose a couple of items at full retail, and what I'll do is I'll help you process that online. We'll get that delivered straight to your door with DPD, blah, 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 blah. Or option number 2 is you can become a preferred client, which is where you pay £17 and you get a 20% discount on everything. This is what I suggest if you're ordering 3 to 4 or maybe more products, because you get a discount and you get a free product on your first shopping order. We can get that organised for you. Or option number 3, if you fancy doing what I do and you want to be a consultant, and I'd go through the consultant option. So I would give people a call to action and say, what I'll do is tomorrow morning I'll send everybody on this party a little message to ask if I can help with anything, and let me know whether you're a 1, 2 or a 3, and we can discuss this further. So that would be like my call to action. So that's kind of my what I've learned from doing online parties. But I would love to hear from anybody here who has done an online party before. If you can share what didn't work and you thought, oh my gosh, that was like a catastrophe, or if you can share something that did work and you thought, yeah, that was really good. So has anyone here actually done an online party yet?
Chloe's done an online party.
Is she on?
Yeah, I'm sure she is. Well, she's on, but she's not visible.
What lip colour have you got on? Mine is it's Natalie's. Is it Iris? Yeah, Iris.
But you've got the gloss over the top.
And a colour glass as well. That's what lipstick. I've got stolen Natalie's makeup. Chloe, are you online? Area manager Chloe Hatfield. Have you done any online parties?
Hi.
Chloe, can you share your experience of your online parties?
The best one I did was when me and Steph did one together, and we did it all live. I think we did too many products though, and we got a bit lost in it. And
how many did you do, just so people know what you mean by too many?
Like nearly everything.
438 products.
It took about 4 hours.
No, like really, like we tried. I think it was, rather than just picking out certain things from skincare ranges and makeup, we tried to go through like everything I had in my makeup box, every skincare range, not just the anti-aging one. We went through FC5 Calm, and it was just, it went on too long. But at the start, it was really fun.
But do you know what? On that, I bet that you wouldn't have known that that was what you would or shouldn't be doing without doing it. So the fact that you did it and you were brave is incredible.
Yeah, and it was the first one that Steph had done, because I had been doing like lives already, and that really helped her, like doing it together, like both of us together.
Encouraging other people.
Gets you past that scary zone.
Yeah, definitely. And also, I love what you said about like the contour queen, and you know, categorizing it, because
stuff.
sometimes people, one, get overwhelmed by the fact that there's so many products. One, have not got a clue if they don't really use products, and they like things simple. Like a lot of people, when they come to me for like makeup advice, they want me to simplify a morning routine. They want me to give them that done, so they know what to use, they know where it goes exactly in that order.
Yeah.
And I think that's great for some people that just perhaps haven't got the time to be trawling. It's a package and it's done.
And that's what I did. I actually got invited to a cleaning products party about a year ago, and I was so confused by the amount of products that I said to the host, the lady the rep that was doing the party, I said, what would be a good beginner's package of the cleaning products? And she basically gave me this list, and she said, but what I can do is put it all together for you, and that would be like your beginner's package, and this would be the price. And I was like, yeah, I have that. I didn't even know what I was getting, but I just said, what's like a beginner's thing? Because I was overwhelmed by all these different options. So I like to keep things simple.
Yeah, that's a really good, really, really good idea. And if I was to do it, I think I'd probably do it that way.
Do it that way, yeah. So a couple of questions. So Victoria said, so if you did the detox range, so the Rescue and Renew, do you mean the Rescue and Renew or the 30 days? Would you class that as one product, or just do the party on the detox range? So if I did the 30 days, that would be my one party, because the 30 days is quite a few products. So I'd do a 30-minute, 30 days detox range. If you're talking about the Rescue and Renew, you could do either. You could do a 30-minute party on the whole Rescue and Renew range. There's enough to talk about for 30 minutes of all of the Rescue and Renew products. Or you could lump it into a category. So you could talk about like skincare as one category, and then the Rescue and Renew, you could say, you know, you get home from work and you just want to run that back and get those sea salts in and get some washing there, get your French pink mud clay mask on. So you could run over it very quickly. So I would say you could do both. But if you're going to talk about it as a mini category amongst others, just skim over it. Don't go into too much depth. But if you're doing a 30-minute party on the whole Rescue and Renew range, go into more depth, because you've got the time to do that. Okay, and then what do you think? I would maybe pick just a couple of ranges from your favourites and the ranges that you actually use. Yeah, I think if you're not used to doing parties in person or online, don't go too much out of your comfort zone to start with. Stick with products that you use, because people are likely to say, well, what do you think? Because that's something that most people say, well, what do you think? And if you're already nervous because you've not done a party, either in person or online, the moment someone says, what do you think? And you've not used that product, it throws you. So I would stick with what Chloe said, with the products that you personally use and love. So in my early days, I would have just stuck with primer foundation, because I love those products. I probably would have talked about the Fizz Sticks, the baby care range. I know. I'd have talked about the baby care range, because those products had the biggest impact on my family and me. So if Natalie was to say to me, well, have you used the baby care range? I'd say, oh my gosh, have I used the baby care range? And I'd be able to talk passionately. But if in the early days she said, well, have you used the acne range, the Clear Future, I'd be like, oh no, I've not. And she'd be like, well, what's it like? And I'd be like, oh, I don't know. Like, I know now, but in the early days I wouldn't have had the confidence to talk about something that I wasn't using myself. So if you guys have never done a party, either in person or online, stick with what you're confident in, and think to yourself, if somebody says, what do you think, you need to be able to tell them genuinely what you think. Has anyone else got any experience of online parties? They were even if you've not done an online party, has anybody here been invited to a party that's candles or cleaning products or any other kind of online party? Anybody want to share anything about any online parties you've been to?
We did me and Esmeralda did a Zoom party last week, and we're doing another one purely on the nutrition tomorrow night. So we're doing just the 30 days to healthy living tomorrow night. But one thing that I struggle with the online parties is actually getting people to commit to coming. Like when it's at somebody's house, people have got somebody, you know, they know where they're going, they're accountable to that person. But I find online, people say that they're coming and then nobody shows up. So that's something that I struggle with online parties.
I think a good thing for that is the fact that it's open anyway. If it's online, and say if you put it in a group or something like that, sometimes life happens, commitments come up, and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't make it. But if they've got that option to go back and watch it anyway, don't worry. And I think that probably will be a case of what happens, especially if they see a bit of interaction and they think, oh, that looks fun, what was that? It will draw people back to it. I think,
the only other thing you can do is give an
Remind.
incentive. Remind an incentive. So if you have not long started your business, for anybody, and you don't have a lot of products to give away, I keep the flash buys in a drawer, so I've got stuff that I can give away. But if you're new in your business, I would give away a couple of fizz sticks, so out your box, and I would just do a game. And I would, when you are inviting people, if they say yes, they're going to come, I'd say great, it starts at 8 o'clock, and there's actually going to be a freebie, like a giveaway within the first half an hour or something like that, or at the end, or whatever, you could say whatever really, and maybe wrap up 2 fizz sticks, make them look really beautiful, or a sample strip, or something that you don't mind giving away. In fact, it doesn't even have to be an Arbonne product. You can give away a box of chocolates or something,
a bottle of wine,
anything, and have some sort of game, like an incentive game, and say like, right, so I don't know if anyone here has ever played the game Duck Duck Goose. I would say duck, and then the next one say duck, and when I say goose, the person above it wins, but we're going to do like fizz, 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 and when I say stick, the person that said fizz above my stick wins fizz sticks. So I would do a game like that, so make it really interactive. So that's another way to try and encourage people to get on it live. And I think people are more likely to get on live if they know it's short and sweet. If you tell them it's a 30-minute party or 45-minute party, people are more likely to make that time to be like, right, okay. And if they know that in that 30 minutes or 45 minutes it's going to be really fun and really interactive, because people don't just want to be spoken to. The lives are good because you're interacting with them on the live, so they're asking questions and you're talking back to them. So if you can encourage people to interact, I find that you get more results that way.
Okay, brilliant, thank you.
Welcome. Zoom parties, because it's a new platform, some are skeptical to join. Also, no, those new to Zoom, there's a 40-minute. I haven't actually done a Zoom party, not to say that there's anything wrong with Zoom parties, I just don't have an experience of doing Zoom parties. I would say doing the past 3 parties that I've done using Facebook, I like that people can join it, even if they've forgotten, and they literally log online and it's there, and it stays up. You can leave your party running for a few days after. You can even leave it running for like a few weeks after if you want to. So people can go back and look in it, and you can tag people in it. So I'm sure that Zoom parties are great. I just don't have any experience of them. I do have experience with Facebook parties, and it is a good platform to have people on. Any other questions about the Facebook parties? Or anything anybody wants to share before I give you all your homework tasks for the week? Okay, right, so the homework is, I'm sure it's absolutely no surprise, your homework this week is to do a Facebook party. Now, if this terrifies the heebie-jeebies out of anybody, I'm going to give you a beginner's how to do a Facebook party. So what I would love everybody to do is, if you've got a client Facebook group, is to make an event on your client Facebook group and do the party, like any of the examples I've given tonight, or you can even tweak it and tailor it, do whatever you want. If you're super nervous about doing this, then what I would suggest that you do is say to a couple of your clients, look, hey Natalie, I've never done an online Facebook party before, and I'm going to do one as like a practice. Could you be on it to give me some feedback? And Natalie would of course say, yeah, absolutely. So you can do it as a practice first if you're super nervous. If you're even more nervous than having just your friends that are your customers be there to practice on, then what I would suggest that you do this week is speak to a couple of other consultants who are probably just as nervous as what you might be. Make a brand new group just for this party and have a couple of consultants in it. So there's no guests, no clients, just consultants, and use it as a training. Go into this group with a couple of, so if me and Natalie were really nervous, I'd say, come on, let's do this party together. It's just, there's not going to be a real audience. We're just going to do it as a practice. We're going to do it Wednesday night, 8 o'clock. This is what we're going to do. And we're going to do it like there is real people on it. So get together with a couple of consultants and have a go at doing one with just the consultants as a training. Now, I want to see photo evidence of this. So if you're doing it with just a consultant or two, you need to take photos and share it on the team page. Or if you're going to do it in your customer clients VIP group on Facebook, whatever you've got for your customers and clients, take photos of your event so that you can share it. Or you could do your party on the Hello Future page, or any of your team pages if you like, whatever team page. Just set up an event somewhere. Decide what evening this week or what day this week you're going to dedicate either 30 minutes or 45 minutes or a 1 hour party. Decide what products you're going to talk about. And do you know what? Tip number 1, just be brave. You will probably be horrendous the first time you do one, but the more you do, the better you're going to get. So just be so brave. I was terrified when I did my first one, and it probably was really not very good, but the more you do, the better you get. So I would love to see everybody's photo evidence by the end of by next weekend of you doing a party for your clients or for your team page or just with consultants as a training. So this week you need to book in an online party and give it a go, and let us know what worked, what didn't work, what you liked, what you didn't like. Did you do it with Facebook Live? Did you just do posts and photos? Whatever it is, give us some feedback. Let's have a chat about it. Let's discuss it. Let's share with everybody. I've got one on now. Chloe's got one on now. Okay, exciting. So that's hers done for the week. That's Chloe's homework done. Woohoo! First one to do her homework. So that is the end of my training, unless anybody has any other questions on Facebook parties. No? Okay, so I'm going to end the call, go to the toilet, grab a drink, because we've got a fabulous 9 o'clock call with the wonderful area manager Natalie Crawford, who's got a fabulous training for everybody tonight and some weekly recognition and some updates and everything. So I really want to see everybody's photo evidence of your party this week, and just enjoy it, have fun. Feel free to watch this recording back as well if you want to take the notes that I've left, the 7 points that I've left, and I'll also load the slideshow onto the Google Drive so you can go back and look at the slideshow as well to see all the text that you might have missed on this call. So thank you so much, everybody, and I'll see you at 9 o'clock on Natalie's Zoom. Bye everyone. Bye-bye.